So I wanted to discuss what some of y'all actually mean by cancel culture.
Give me your way, 'cause it seems like you are thrilled with it.
Honestly, this sounds like it could be a Patreon topic video, and if you don't know what those are, you need to go to patreon.com/AdrianExpression and sign up, put your 2 cents in on the type of content that I create, get extra content, early content, check it out. But honestly, this was on my mind. I didn't want to put it in the overall video of me talking about the majority of news topics or pop culture topics. I wanted it to have its separate, standalone, basically forum discussion so we could talk about it. What exactly do y'all mean by cancel culture? And honestly, by y'all, I'm talking about specifically the people who get so angry when these celebrities or these politicians or whoever it is get called out. And this week it was Gina Rodriguez, but next week it will be somebody else and somebody else after that. Why does it make people so angry for people, for celebrities, for politicians, for figures to be held accountable? That's honestly, from what I'm seeing and from the things that people are describing, I'm seeing that what people mean by cancel culture is just their faves or whoever it is being held accountable for the things that they said. Now, the reason why I'm wondering why people are so angry, it's like y'all are acting like we're going to be sucking money out of these people's accounts. These people are so goddamn rich and they're so famous, it'll be fine. As many times as we called out some of your rich celebrities, some of your rich faves, they still continue to make music, they still continue to make money, they still continue to get up on there in politics and in the government. They're still operating, they're still running, their brands are fine. So I'm not understanding what's the big deal of if a group of people or if a community is hurt by words that you're saying or actions that you're making. Like, why is it this big deal if we call them out? It's not like they're so rich. It's not like anytime we speak, their money is evaporating. What are y'all actually angry about? Are you angry about the fact that your faves are not getting the opportunities just because they get dragged in the headlines? And honestly, like I said, I don't see them getting blocked from any opportunities. Or are you mad because minorities or historically marginalized groups have the audacity to say something when they're being offended? Now, you take Dave Chappelle or Kevin Hart, for example. Both of them have been dragged to hell by the LGBT community. And can you please tell me what happened to them? Is he missing out on any jobs other than the jobs that he turned down? You know what I mean? People getting paid millions and millions of dollars to spew bullshit on Netflix and shit. So it's just like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about cancel culture? Ain't nobody really getting canceled. Honestly, the only people who have been actually canceled are people who have done like extremely heinous shit. And even then, I'm thinking about R. Kelly. And even then, look how long it took for that to happen. And people have been calling his ass out. They have been dragging his ass. And he just now received any type of substantial repercussions to the actions that he's been taking, to the disgusting things that he's done. So I'm not understanding what y'all talking about. Some people are more angry that their faves are being called out than the fact that their faves are out here doing some dumb shit. And honestly, these people don't know who you are. They don't care about who you are. They care about their money, obviously, or they care about offending people with their dumbass words and actions. So for you to be sacrificing yourself and putting yourself on the line, and oh my God, it's this cancel culture, it's not going to affect their bottom line, sis. Like, what are y'all talking about? And since we're over here, we might as well keep discussing Gina Rodriguez. I don't understand for the life of me why non-black people are so adamant about saying the N-word. Like, I don't understand why it grinds their gears so much that word, it's just a lot of social repercussions if you say that word and you're a non-black person. I saw and still do see anytime a non-black celebrity says the N-word, it's a whole lot of discourse on social media, and it just sounds so dumb. It sounds so silly, a lot of it, and it's just, I mean, I saw one white guy doing a podcast talking about, oh, I should be able to say the word, and it's just like, ain't nobody's sewing your mouth shut or stapling your lips. If we can find them, nobody's stapling your lips together and preventing you from saying the N-word. You can say that shit. You white house, like, y'all can do whatever you want. Humans have free will. Y'all can literally do whatever you want. But don't look in our faces surprised and shocked when there are repercussions or social consequences for you saying the word, as if you don't understand the historical significance of that shit. The second thing is, Like that's why I said on my live stream, it's just like black people, it seems like we're the only ones who I guess people feel like we deserve to have our culture just trampled on, our words just taken and spewed around. Like it feels like the LGBT honestly too, and we just supposed to accept that shit and just be okay with it. Meanwhile, if Hispanic people or Asian people decided to use racial slurs that were used against them in their own music or in their own art, and black people start using those words, everybody would be up in arms, and all of a sudden you would be able to understand the point that we were making. And it's just, at this point, it becomes a little bit head-assed. A lot of people are missing the point on purpose, just like Gina did in her live stream or whatever the hell it was on her Instagram live or whatever, or Instagram story, I'm sorry. They do this shit on purpose to get a reaction, and then they act fake shocked and don't understand. Oh my gosh, just look at the reaction. Look at how angry they are. Yeah, because if we walked around using racial slurs that were offensive to the Latinx community, we just walked around saying it, singing it, dancing it, then it would be a whole different ball game. So I don't understand why, and it doesn't matter your feelings on whether black people should be using it in their songs or in their art, or just because your community is using it, that opens it up for everybody else to use that word. It's just like, it doesn't matter your feelings on it, whether you're for it or for black people using it in their work or art or against it. It doesn't matter. If you want to avoid social repercussions, just don't say the shit. It's really that simple. I don't understand how difficult it is to grasp that concept. And y'all are acting like we have this great and grand power to prevent y'all from using the word. We can tell all these motherfuckers they be using the word, they be using the N-word with their friends behind closed doors. We know that y'all sing it in the clubs. We see that shit. But don't say the shit publicly on an online forum or something in a public space and then get so shocked and scared and, oh, I didn't know. Oh, I didn't understand. Like, girl, obviously, and the reason why, obviously you understand, and the reason why I know that y'all understand is because y'all would not take y'all asses to none of these hoods and walk around screaming that shit and shouting that shit, because you know that there will be there will be repercussions. That's it. So don't get on here acting shocked and surprised and confused and just bamboozled like you don't know where the shit came from. Oh, cancel culture, everybody talk about. No, girl, we're just having a discussion. We're talking about the dumbest shit, corny shit that your faves are saying, and we're going to talk about on the timeline, and they're gonna blog about it and write about it, and that'll be that. Your faves will still be rich as hell. They'll still be on TV. They'll still be making shows that our asses probably don't really want to be watching, especially with Gina's acting. Like, they're still gonna be so rich. So I don't understand, like, what is the problem? And I honestly don't know why I'm even explaining this further, because this is something that's so old and tired. At this point, we're bored. But it's just like, when you're friends with somebody, best friends with somebody, you can walk up to them and say, hey, bitch, what's the tea, bitch? What's going on, honey? What's up, dumbass, bitch? That's how y'all talk. That's because y'all so close, especially the gays and stuff. They talk to each other like that if they know each other. But if you don't know somebody, you come up to them talk about, hey, bitch, like, that's not, y'all ain't close like that to be doing all of that. You see what I'm saying? Y'all don't know each other, like, you ain't a part of that community to be doing that shit with that person. You don't know that person. So how are you gonna act shocked when this person all of a sudden starts saying, like, what the fuck? Okay, back up. You don't know me like that. You ain't a part of this group like that. To be calling me, hey, bitch, I ain't never seen you in my life. Just stay over there, and I'm not really feeling that shit. But how you gonna act so shocked when you and your best friend, y'all be fucking calling each other bitch and girls and shit like that? So why can't I do it? Bitch, you don't know me. You ain't a part of this group. You like, and why would you want to do that? That's some weird shit. You're not a part of that social group. Like, why would you even? It's weird. It's corny to me. And that's all we're pointing out, especially in the case of Gina, who acted like, oh shit, I don't know why you niggas are mad. Y'all need to just relax, okay? The community of color, it's just like, no, black people, say it with me, black people, Gina. So yeah, and if you want for yourself to stop getting dragged, or if you want your faves to stop getting dragged, or if you want your favorite politicians to stop getting dragged and on the timeline and on social media, then just stop doing dumb shit and tell your faves to stop doing dumb shit. Or just read the room, at the very least, read the room, okay? Because like I said, we all know that y'all be doing whatever the hell y'all want to in closed doors. That's whatever, that's between you and your horoscope, I guess. But when you move on into public spaces, into public arenas, it's a whole different ball game. And so I don't understand, for every action there will be a goddamn reaction. So don't come up here acting so shocked like I said, don't come up here acting like this just came out of left field. You have no idea. Like, please stop. Like I said, y'all would be on different type of behavior if you were in different spaces, if you were in all black space, in public, in person. It would be a whole different ball game. You would, all of a sudden, your powers of deduction and your reading the room and your ability to assess the situation around you, all of a sudden they would go into overdrive. You suddenly know what people are talking about then when you're surrounded by a bunch of niggas, okay? I just think it makes someone look so insincere, so corny. I think it makes them look so idiotic. Like I said, at this point, I'm not mad. It's so boring. Yeah, I think it just makes you look so tired and boring when you come up here acting like you don't know what anyone is talking about. And then when people rightfully drag the shit out of you, all of a sudden, these people your fans, everybody talking about, oh, cancel culture, what's wrong with y'all? It's just a word. And it's just like, it seems a lot of times when it's LGBT and black people, our desires, our history, our culture, our words, it's just, oh, just take the shit. Just toss that shit around, take it, do whatever you want with it, because their views and their outlook, it doesn't really matter. That's what it feels like. Y'all do that shit to Native Americans too. Y'all do that to every minority has to go through that, but it's really interesting how y'all treat black culture. You will just take it, sell it, market it, as long as it ain't a black body. Screw the originators of the culture, fuck that. It's like we always being graded by some rubric. Well, why do y'all do this? Well, why do you say this if this word came from here? And why did you decide to co-opt it here? Because that's what happens, sis. And if you can't get with that shit, just get dragged. That's it. So that's my opinion on that. I had to get it off my chest. I would love to see the comment section. I would love to see the comment section after this. Make sure, like I said, you're going to patreon.com/AdrianExpression and signing up. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. And make sure that unlike Gina's acting, you find a way to be the best that you can be, and have a good goddamn evening.